Oh shit. What's up, Illinois fans? It's your boy, Rovon Hill here on the Illini Fight, talking Fighting Illini basketball. And I kinda wanted to say this. Enjoy this ride. This ride that may or may not end up in with a national championship. Enjoy it. And think about it. This is kind of like the cusp of, first off, Illinois basketball and maybe the future of college basketball, maybe even pro. Because what Bradton built, evidently, what he's been trying to build ever since Kofi left is the most modern of modern day offenses. Ooh, that's a lot to say. Offenses of all time. And this year, he didn't finally accomplish it. Illinois is a historic offense. The best in KenPom history. And the way he done it is what I think a lot of people may try and copy. They may be trying to already, but I don't know. I don't know if you can do it. When you have multiple 7-footers or people 6'8" and above that can shoot, not only shoot threes, but shoot at a high percentage on a high volume of threes. You can't do nothing about that. And then with the positional size of everybody on the court. Because, I mean, think about it. When Kylan was out, everybody on the court was 6'6" and up. And even with Kylan out there, we're still the largest team in the country. Height-wise. But, like I was saying with Bears fans, let's just enjoy this season. You're watching something that you're probably not going to see for a while. And like I said, and whether they win it all or not, people going to be trying to copy this. Or you're going to have to try to find a way to stop this. Because in my eyes, technically, maybe besides Michigan, and we're going to see next week, you don't have too many teams that's built to stop a team like Illinois. You're not built. No, most teams not built like that. Because most teams are going to fall at the 5 spot, where you're going to be able to have a big that can only dominate in the paint. But if they're going to switch, you're not you don't have a big like old boy from Florida, Chinaloo. Or even Marez Johnson, like Michigan does. But if you're gonna put Mara and have him switching, that's gonna be a problem. But then if you have Mara out there trying to contest threes with Z and T, guess what? He's not gonna be by the rim. Same thing with Marez Johnson. He's gonna be out on the perimeter with Merkovich, not blocking shots at the rim. And their guards are small. Just saying, this is going to be a war. But I just don't think teams are built to stop Illinois. Because you're always going to have that one problem. Which is, can your big defend the rim and defend the three-point shot? It ain't happening. Then you got to think about this. And I'm just saying, when I'm saying enjoy the year too. No, we don't have to talk about us as if we're not one of the superpowers this year. This year, you know how Duke and North Carolina talk about themselves all the time, and Kansas and UConn. We're that this year. Like I was watching on one of the podcasts, whichever ones I watched, like the Locked on Illini and the other one, Fighting Illini thing, where they be like, oh, the second half of the West Coast trips teams up. Nah, that's not this team. This team is locked in, dialed in, just like they were before Kylan and Andre got hurt. And then you can't really say they're not locked in this time because they just got back. They fresh. And they want to get involved in some of this too. So they bringing a different type of edge and mentality back to the team where it's like, yeah, come on, they got some urgency about themselves. And as you can see, the last 2 games, especially defensive, this team has bought the urgency. 20 points Indiana in the second half, and then that masterpiece you saw last night. Where I mean, I think that was the best switching of zones and mixing it in with man. I think I'd have seen in the Brad Underwood era. Period. I mean, you only can say it off this year because this is the first time you've never seen it at all. And they just use their size to overwhelm USC. And like we said, them niggas look like a D3 team last night with a first round lottery pick on their team. Bulls. But this is gonna be fun. But enjoy it also. Enjoy it. We can have a year whether we win it all or not. People are gonna be trying to duplicate this or replicate this team or gotta find a way to stop it. Brad might be a trendsetter. Like I say, he ain't doing nothing that ain't nobody else been trying to do all this time, but he might have perfected it this year. Him and Tyler. Somebody gonna try to hire Tyler Underwood away from Brad. I'll tell you that right now. And when we was talking about the Kansas State stuff, like last week when I was talking about that, my thought process is I think Brad gonna do it until he can't do it no more, and then eventually he gonna pass it down to Tyler, keep it in the family. That's what I thought. That's what I think. That's what I hope happened actually. Keep it in the family, like the Hensons. Well, who was the what am I thinking about? DePaul, the Myers. Never mind. Anyway, if this is the defense, we should be cutting down the nets. And I'm telling you right now, they already making videos about it. But this is gonna be like the prototypical offense that I think people are gonna be trying to duplicate in the future. But how? This is gonna be hard to match because the Twins, Merck, Ben, Jake, most teams you're not gonna be able to have that many people, especially in the front court, that can shoot the way Illinois can. And you're gonna see, I think, at some point in this tournament, you're gonna see somebody get shot completely out the building, like USC did last night. Get used to that. 13 threes on 45% shooting. Okay. There's nothing you can do about it. Nobody really gonna be able to do about it. The best chance you're gonna have for beating Illinois is a night like Indiana, 7 for 31, and still, guess what? Blew them niggas out by 32. That's scary. So, congratulations, Illinois fans. Just sit on back. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Get used to this though. We in the upper echelon of college basketball now. Every year, Illinois will be looked at as, especially offensively, then we're gonna keep that overseas pipeline going, and then we're gonna keep the retention going. Get used to this. This feels good. Like I said, I don't know how many Bears fans is in here, but same thing. This is the new us now. You don't have to talk about Illinois in the past. You don't have to talk about this is the new step. You ain't never gonna see no team like the 2025 Bears, and you probably won't see a team like this Illinois team where it's like, oh shit, what is this? This is us now. Get used to it. Feel good too. Everybody talking about us. Keaton, of course, that's a big story. Like I said, this is gonna be one of the most covered, most talked about teams during the tournament by far, because you're gonna have a lot of international coverage. You're gonna have a lot of people trying to figure out Keaton, and then all the Evicic is 6 of them. Don't forget Tony, Kylan. Like I said, we prepare for it. This is us. Everybody gonna be talking about us. Feels good. And now everybody can't wait for this showdown against Michigan. Oh, it's going to be fun. Oh, it's going to be fun because I was at Michigan last year for the game. Oh, yeah. Put that spanking on them niggas. I think that, I don't know if we're going to put the belt on them next week, but I think, I think after the game, I think somebody gonna be like, oh, we might give Michigan that wake up call they needed. I don't think they didn't get whooped yet. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think nobody didn't put no belt on Michigan because it's kind of hard to put a belt on them like that. But we might be the first ones. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I think there's a chance that we can put a little belt to Michigan. Not saying it's gonna happen. It might be like the I'm hoping it's like the Michigan State game where it's overtime. Maybe a little double OT. Maybe we can get something like Arkansas, Alabama last night. But it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot of shit talking. Maria's gonna come out there. Bop, bop, blah, 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 blah. Big Z already done talk shit about who shot he wanna block the most in the Big Ten. We know who that is. I'm expecting a war. Pissed off that the tickets got up too high so that I couldn't even go to the game. Thought about it too late. I done missed a couple games this year that goddamn. But like I said, I was in Chrysler last year when we was putting that belt to that ass. It was fun. I was in two of the arenas last year where we was putting belts to ass, and it was Michigan and Indiana, and that felt good. Just like this feel good. I'm telling you right now, if we don't at least get to the Final Four, I ain't gonna say this is a disappointing season, but it won't be a good look. A lot of people now looking at us as obviously national championship contenders, as they should. Looking at Keaton as player of the year, not only in the Big Ten, but maybe nationally. I don't think that's going to happen, but at least he getting looked at. I mean, damn, it's a top 10 pick. Enjoy the ride. This is fun, and it's only going to be more fun from here. Like I said, most covered team in the tournament. I'm guaranteed, because who's like the team? The team. They always like media darlings and stuff like that. I think it's going to be leaning towards us a lot. So, y'all let me know. It's your boy Rovon Hill here on the Line Out Fight, talking a little Fighting Illini basketball. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.